What's up, Sag? Welcome to your September 2020 reading. This is going to be a general reading for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. It's definitely not going to resonate with all of you guys, so definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus, okay? I want to apologize. You guys did not receive your August reading. Actually, most signs didn't receive their August reading. I had some COVID-related family issues at the beginning of this month that I had to tend to, and then mid-month we find ourselves like doing this social distance learning stuff with my 7-year-old kid. And anyways, I just couldn't find the right headspace or the time to do the reading, so I do definitely apologize. I feel like it's my responsibility as a reader to only read when I'm in a good headspace, or at least when I'm at least clear enough and not wrapped up in my own things, which this month I just very much was. So, and I don't want to do readings that way, because then I don't want my energy to fall into your reading, because this is a labor of love for you. So I hope you understand, and I hope you forgive me. I hope you've been doing well. I just want to get into this reading. Okay, so Sag, where are we? First of all, I already did this reading, okay? I got 12 minutes in, and then my computer said, nope. So I've already pulled some clarifier cards, so we can kind of just breeze through this, and the first half is going to be really a conversation. But I do want to say to you guys, this month is really, really interesting, because this month, obviously we're in Virgo season. Obviously that's 6th house energy, which is all about work and daily routines and health and all those kind of boring things, but important things, right? But for you guys, this is really lighting up your 4th house and your 10th house, right? So your 10th house being, which is Capricorn's house, which is really all about the father, the authority, career, government, that type of thing. And then we're talking about 4th house energy. That's about the mother and home and, how you nurture and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of interesting that you guys have both of those that you're working with, all while we're dealing with Virgo season. I guess that's always the case for you, because that's how it lies. But I say all this to say there's a lot going on with home and career, and how you guys are implementing new routines to make things work better for you guys. Also, there's this element of some of you guys wanting to explore and kind of, I feel like there's this kind of stagnation or boredom that you guys have been having with the career that you're in, or with what you've been doing. So there's a lot to talk about in terms of like bringing that zest back and bringing that fire back, and kind of like melting your passion with your career this month, okay? So the bottom of the deck energy that you have is 8 of Pentacles, which I love. This is good work, right? This is really keeping your eye on the prize and doing what you got to do. This is almost being at that level of 10 of Pentacles, full abundance, legacy, all of that. But this is about you guys being successful. Of course, I've always felt like Sagittarius, you guys are the type of people who, as long as you figure out what it is that you want to do and you are standing in what it is that you want to do, you guys are super successful all the time. Like, all my Sag friends I've ever had, like, I don't think I know a Sag that's ever had problem with making money when they've got their mind on the right, on the prize and in the right spot. So that's really, really good. Now, with this Knight of Wands underneath it, which to me is so total Sag energy, right? Because this is the energy about doing what you want to do, doing what you're passionate about. Knight of Wands doesn't stay committed to things they don't want to do. They don't stay stuck in situations they don't want to be in. They move how they feel, right? So, oh, I like this over here. Oh, I'll try this for a minute. Oh, I like this over here. Oh, I'll try this for a minute. As it pertains to work, I think there's a lot of trying to find that perfect balance of, I love this and, it pays me or whatever, because I think some of you guys might have felt that way about your careers, but it feels like there's been a shift lately where, I don't know, for some of you, maybe you felt like maybe it's the people, maybe you just feel like you can't vibe with the environment. I don't know, but that is coming up this month, okay? Meow. You guys start out with and I'll just do both cards, Knight of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Knight of Swords energy is the fastest moving knight in the deck, right? The thing about the Knight of Swords is it's very impulsive. It's very, I put my foot in my mouth, right? It's very, ooh, shit, I should have thought about that before I said it type energy. And when we talk about the Knight of Swords being with the 5 of Wands, I just want you guys to be mindful this month, because things could be a little spicy. Communication with others could be a little testy, right? Maybe specifically a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, or another fire sign individual like Aries, Leo, or a Sag like yourself. But when I see these two signs or these two cards together, this lets me know that there could be some arguments or disagreements on, in the horizon. I want you guys to keep in mind that Mars is in Aries. And whenever Mars is in Aries, we're all just a little bit more spicy. People are a little bit more bold, a little bit more like ready to pop off at the mouth. So you might get a little bit of that this month. Just understand it's all in the stars. It's happening. It's just what it is. Now, whenever we talk about Five of Wands, also, for me, that is competition, but it's also Wands are action. Fives are kind of chaos. We're talking about Five of Wands. It's the inability to act on something. So some of you guys might be feeling frustrated because maybe something hasn't been going your way. You feel like you can't move on a certain situation. I do want to bring up the fact that Mars will be going retrograde on the 9th of this month, all the way to the 13th of November. And the thing about anything being in retrograde, any planet being in retrograde, is it kind of puts things at a standstill, right? It's perceived backwards motion. So basically, it kind of makes things feel a little bit stagnant because it's really not a time for action. It's time to reassess, to review, so that you can move forward in the right ways. But with this Mars retrograde, what it could do for a lot of people is cause feelings of being a little bit unsure about yourself, being a little bit more insecure about yourself. This can also kind of mess with people's sex drive, I want to say. So if you're in a relationship and maybe things have been a little bit dull, this is a really good time to like spice it up. I don't have any suggestions for you, but just putting it out there, and we'll get to exactly why in a second. Now, in terms of money, of course, I think you guys are always great. Like I said, I think Sagittariuses are naturally just pretty successful people because you guys do follow your passions, and I think the most successful people are people who enjoy doing what they love to do. Although I do feel like right now some of you guys are at a standstill, like, is this still the path that I want to go down, right? But I see that you guys are taking care of yourself. Queen of Pentacles energy is very much like, she's that mom who's like a great wife and probably like takes all the kids and their friends to their soccer practice. She has a bomb ass garden. She's money connected. She probably has her own business. She cooks, cleans, does all the things. Like, this is a mom to me that runs around, does all the things, and takes care of herself. And she's fully surrounded by abundance, right? And then same thing with Nine of Pentacles. Homegirl takes care of herself, whether you're a man or a woman. This is someone who they surround themselves with the finer things in life. So if we're talking about money and stuff, I think you guys are doing great. I think you guys are doing fine. I think that is, something that is looking very good for you and still growing, right? So I think all of that is really, really good. Now, back to this sexual frustration. I'm sorry that I'm like bringing it up so much, but I'm getting it really strong for you guys this month. Some of you guys, it might be a little tough right now in these streets, okay? You got the Ace of Wands, and clarifying that you got the Nine of Swords. Now, Ace of Wands energy is exciting. It's like a gift from the universe, from God. Like, here you go, girl. Here's something you're gonna like. Here's something that's attractive. It's sexy. It's fun. It's cool. Like, wand energy is fun and it's fiery and it's exciting. So, and a lot of times wands do talk about like sex and sexual nature. Now, like I said, with that Mars retrograde, there is a chance that you might feel a little detached from your partner if you are with someone already. So again, a great time to implement some new sexy time, some sex games, something like that. Some of you guys have been going through a dry spell if you're single, and maybe you might be feeling a little bit sexually frustrated at this time, but it is all right. Okay. Also, some of you guys, there might be some new projects or something that you've been wanting to do, been thinking about, and it's really interesting because I always feel like Sagittarius is just the bravery and the audacity of you guys. You know what I mean? And I say that in a really good way. Sometimes I look at Sag people and I'm just like, how the fuck do they do that? And it's really because it's just like, I'm an air sign, I'm a Libra. So sometimes I look at you guys and I'm like, they're so fucking impulsive. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't even know if they thought that through, but damn, it worked. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really have much fire in my chart. So I look at you guys, same way I look at earth sign people and I admire certain things. I'm like, how do they do that? I don't get it. I'm mostly air and water. So I don't know. But with this, what I'm saying is there seems like there's this new project or these new opportunities that might be coming your way or being presented to you guys. And it's weird for me to see, but I feel like there might be some confusion around it, some overthinking around it. And maybe this has to do with, like, let's say if it's career, this would, you know, make you have to figure out how you're going to handle everything else around it, you know, your family time and your you time, your this. There's just something that's been on your mind outside of the sexual frustration, if that's not you, that, I don't know, like a new action you guys want to take that's really been on your mind. Can't stop thinking about it, dreaming about it even, right? Oop, nope. All right. Next, you've got the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is actually what's sitting in your environment. And Three of Wands is all about waiting for our ships to sell in, right? So there's something that's coming forth to you guys. And I don't think it's going to be something that's a complete surprise, because whenever we see a Three of Wands, it follows a Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about someone making plans to move forward. So this could even be travel involved for you guys in the future. Some of you guys know that something's coming up and you know that you're moving along to something new, but you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Moon card is mystery. There's mystery behind the moon card. This is also Pisces energy. Pisces or Cancer for me a lot, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, although this is a Pisces card. But whenever we're talking about the moon energy, we're talking about something we can't quite see, something we don't quite know, something we can't quite explain yet. There's mystery behind it, right? It's not like the sun where everything is obvious and exposed and out there. And, you know, the moon card, there's this mysterious element. I think you guys know, a lot of you guys, especially those of you who this is talking about career, I think you guys know that there's something new or different that you want to do. I don't think you are quite sure where that's going to come from or what that's going to look like or where that's going to even put you. Like I said, there could be like a move coming up here for some of you guys. But let me do one more card. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. I think it's a really good opportunity for you. Don't overthink things, which again, for me, sounds crazy to me, talking to a Sagittarius. I know we all have moments where we overthink things. I just don't ever see you guys or align you guys with people who overthink anything. But whatever this new venture is, and again, I don't think it's going to come as a complete surprise, because it feels like this is something that you guys have been working on. But what I do like about it is it feels like you've got something coming in and you're really open to what it is without having to know all the little bits and details. Like just really kind of riding the wave of the thing. Whatever it is, this is going to bring you some abundance. I feel like a lot of you guys, this has to do with money and work and those types of things. So maybe you guys are moving jobs or elevating in some sort of way. It just feels like you guys know you're on the cusp of something, but you can't even quite put your finger on it. Now, Page of Cups energy. Whenever we see pages, they do talk about kids. Again, we did, you know, that 10th and 4th house is mother, father energy. Father energy. Also toxic energy. Also what has power over us energy. Some of you guys might be struggling with agreeing about something when it comes to the father of your children or the mother. You know, it feels like there's something that has power. This is specifically, yeah, this feels like the father. This feels like for those of you guys who might be having issues with your child's father, those are coming up this month. There's indecision around something. So I don't know if this has to do with custody. Again, there's something in your daily routine that's being affected this month that you guys are being working on and working out this month. A lot of you guys, this could have to do with family, but this is a situation where you might feel bound or you might feel like someone's trying to keep you from doing something. It's definitely keeping you stuck. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Could be a Capricorn around you, but this feels like, and I know it's a specific energy. Some of you guys might be dealing with, yes, because you know what? Yep. Also, Mars and Aries. That for you guys going to be hitting your 5th house. So for you, so 5th house, that's all about creativity, but that also does highlight children. So there's something to be said there. Now, I wanted to clarify again, and now the Chariot card came out. So I feel like you guys will have the upper hand and success in the situation. I don't know. It feels like someone's trying to be underhanded and sneaky. There's things that you don't know about. Yeah, it just feels like there's this underhanded energy, but I feel like you guys will actually be okay. And even though there's no Justice card, I'm almost feeling Justice energy. Best thing you can do right now, 5 of Swords, is just ignore the petty fights, right? This is all about the petty fights. Remember, I told you, this Mars and Aries energy can bring that. So I just feel like just not entertaining whatever the mess is around you. Especially if this is something that has to do with your kids. Do what you have to do. If it has to do with custody and stuff, do your paperwork. Do whatever it is that you know you need to do, Sag. Do it. Handle it. I think you guys will have success in that, but there is some friction. So that 5 of Wands in the beginning with the Knight of Swords, it makes me wonder if it has to do with your family dynamics. Now, what I do want to say is the very first card that I pulled for you guys on the spread was the Knight of Swords. We end with the King of Swords. So what I do love is, even if you guys find yourself in some petty moments or some arguments in the beginning of the month, by the end of this month, you guys are coming out way more calculated, way more logical, way more emotionally intelligent in a way, right? Because the King of Swords, he does not lead with emotion at all. He is all about logic, what makes sense. He's very fair. He's all about truth. And he's the master of this suit. He's the master of communication. So maybe even you guys have been popping off and be ready to like go off on somebody, and you find yourself at the end of this month being like, you know what, I'm picking my battles. I know what's important and what's not. And at the end of the day, I got this. So it's good. There is this growth that's happening for you guys in your relationships around you. So that's really, really good. I do like to see that, where you're not being as impulsive towards the end of the month. You're being more just really being on your shit. Communicating, 8 of Wands, right? Lots of communication and doing it in a way that's more effective. So where it seems like maybe in the beginning of the month, there's more arguments and petty shit, whereas towards the end of the month, there is no entertaining it. It's just like, look, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. I said what I said and leave me alone, right? Also, there's travel here too. So some of you guys might be finding yourself traveling, doing a little bit of traveling this month at the end of the month. So that's really, really good for you guys. But if there are any disagreements or something, I just feel like you guys will have the opportunity this month to speak your piece. And I think you guys are going to do it in a way that the other person can definitely receive it. It will be very mature and elevated. Sexual tension may arise. People might be petty, that might arise. Don't worry about it. Really, the end of this month, be tapping into your creative source. Again, that Mars and Aries energy hits your 5th house, the house of creativity. And I think it's really important that you guys stay there. I think you will have success moving forward, even if there's a little bit of tension. You just got to know which battles to pick, which it don't look like these are them. Okay. But at the end of the day, at the end of the month, you guys are going to come out as a boss, okay? So, one of your oracle cards reads, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up. Yes, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I'm lost. Let me read that again, because I feel like you guys need to hear that again. Okay, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I'm lost. Beautiful, right? So even if the month starts out a little cray and a little rocky, it's like you guys are finding your power at the end of the month. Your power, your compassion, your energy, your words, the love, all the things. Now, you guys also got give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So if that resonates, here you are. Give your partnership a chance, especially those of you guys who maybe things have not been so exciting and you feel like things are kind of falling off. You know, relationships go through phases. Sometimes they're too hot and sometimes they're ice cold. But this is a really good time, especially if there's been like sexual tension in your relationship, to explore, you know. And then you got savings, which says, as you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. And look at this little baby at the bottom. Yeah, I just feel like this is really centered around your home life, around your career life, around your creativity, around your sex life, you know. Interesting. Please let me know if this resonates, okay? And if you guys would like a personal reading, definitely reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. Look at my About tab first. Look at what kind of reading you want. Look at the menu of services, pricings, all that, right? I got you. And yes, I love you guys. I'll see you next month. Bye.